A good therapist charges at least $100 an hour, only sees you by appointment, and does not always answer your messages on the weekend. A dog works around the clock, accepts payment in tennis balls, and will never say, "Let's come back to that in our next session." Here are all the arguments, from the funny ones to the surprisingly scientific ones. 1. It handles your tears on the spot. A therapist hands you a tissue. A dog licks the tears right off your face, for free, instantly, and with more enthusiasm than if you had spread peanut butter on your cheeks. That is a level of service other people pay spa membership fees for. 2. No lying down on the couch. Instead, it is, let's go for a walk. Every problem, every conflict, every rough day gets solved the same way. The door, the leash, the street. Sometimes that works better than any breathing exercise. 3. It yawns, and it never takes offense. Say something important to your therapist and have them yawn, and you would be offended for life. A dog yawns because your voice lulls it into total relaxation. Consider that the highest compliment a dog can pay you. 4. It has fur, and that changes everything. You can spend hours playing with its ears, rubbing its belly, or burying your face in its side, and nobody will bill you for crossing personal boundaries. A therapist might not mind a hug either, but their license usually will not allow it. 5. House calls, no extra charge. Most therapists see clients in an office. A dog will race to any corner of your apartment the moment you call, as long as there is a ball or a snack involved. 6. It never asks the awkward questions. "What would you like to talk about today?" is not something a dog says. It does not probe. It does not analyze your pauses. It just sits down next to you. Sometimes that is exactly what you need. Not a 2-hour session of reflection. 7. It lives by one rule. I do not care what anyone thinks. It sleeps in the most ridiculous position imaginable, scratches wherever it wants, and howls whenever it feels like it. That is the picture of psychological stability people spend years in therapy trying to reach. 8. It can sit in silence without making you want to run. No dog has ever asked, "So, what are you feeling right now about this silence?" It just lies down beside you. A pause with no interrogation attached is a rare skill, even among people. 9. It has zero body shame. Its belly is on public display for the entire household. No complexes involved. No therapist would ever do that. And if one did, the questions would no longer be about you. 10. Free in every sense of the word. The whole session is paid for in affection, a tennis ball, and a couple of treats. Try finding a professional with that kind of pricing. You deserve a bonus for the discovery. 11. The happiness hormone kicks in almost instantly. In both humans and dogs, eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin, the same mechanism that bonds a mother and her newborn. In other words, with a single glance, a dog delivers what people spend months chasing in group therapy. Wolves, by the way, read direct eye contact as a threat, so be grateful you have a dog at home and not a wolf. 12. It listens better than any supervisor you have ever had. It does not interrupt, does not check its phone, and does not turn the conversation back to itself. Dogs genuinely find their owner's voice soothing, so you can vent for hours and it will feel to them like the most pleasant sound in the world. 13. It reads your emotions without a psychology degree. Dogs pick up on a person's state through both sight and sound at once. If you start crying, they understand. They can even detect fear by scent alone. In one experiment, dogs' heart rates rose simply from smelling the sweat of frightened people. No inkblot test picks up on that. 14. A walk is therapy in disguise. Moving together lowers cortisol and adrenaline just as effectively as any breathing exercise, while also extending your life and strengthening your heart. The side effect is that you actually leave the house, even on days you would not have managed it alone. 15. Dogs hold an official job title, and more than one. Animal-assisted therapy has existed since the 1960s, pioneered by psychiatrist Boris Levinson after he noticed that his own dog calmed young patients better than he could. Today, therapy dogs work in hospitals, orphanages, nursing homes, and even at the scenes of tragedies alongside professional counselors. Some dogs, frankly, have a stronger resume than you do. 16. It adds years to your life without a single session. Dog owners are 25% less likely to suffer from depression and cardiovascular disease, and on average, they live 4 to 5 years longer, according to Germany's Federal Ministry of Education and Research. A good therapist might promise improved quality of life. A dog hands you bonus years outright. 17. It works even in short bursts. Just 10 minutes with a dog is enough to lower cortisol levels, according to research from Washington State University. That is an express session, no appointment, and no payment required. Available right now as long as a dog is nearby. 18. It never pretends to be perfect, and it teaches you not to either. A dog rolls around in the mud, digs holes, and steals food off the table without a shred of shame. One therapist, who happens to have a dog named Bob, admitted that watching these moments taught her to stop demanding perfection from herself. If a dog is allowed to be imperfect and still be loved, so are you. 19. It literally infects you with empathy. Dogs yawn back when you yawn. This is called contagious yawning, and it is considered a sign of empathy, the same mechanism found in humans and primates. So while you are venting about your day, your dog is not just listening, it is genuinely syncing up with you. Therapists call this rapport. Dogs call it Tuesday 20. It comes with a built-in set of expressions made just for talking to you. Over thousands of years of domestication, dogs developed special muscles around their eyes and eyebrows, the ones that create that soulful, raised eyebrow look wolves simply do not have. That expression evolved for one purpose only: to communicate with humans and make them want to take care of it. A wolf would not pull that face even under threat of divorce. A dog is the best doctor around. Patients visited by therapy dogs after surgery reportedly get back on their feet faster and ask for less pain medication. And simply stepping outside with a dog is a reliable way to strike up a conversation with a stranger, since a dog works as a social icebreaker far better than any small talk about the weather. So next time you are tempted to book a therapy appointment, try the cheaper option first. Hug your dog, give it a treat, and go for a walk. If that does not work, then call a professional. Though, honestly, that professional could probably use a dog too.